Welcome back, kids. Inverted Cow here. Um, After a good couple of days of hard plugging away at it here, I've finally got my basic storage system up and running. It's not running well, it's functioning. And I've got my garden or tree farm and whatnot working. So I figured I'd give you a quick little 2-minute tour and show you where we're at. Now, you'll notice I've got the quest book in my hand, and yeah, that's where I'm going to start. I'm at the point right now where I have to do the one thing I really don't like. ME. I have to make ME. I have to make ME here. Yeah, I I can't say enough good things about ME simply because I don't have any good things to say about ME. It's resource hog to build, and I honestly don't like the interface. So, ME rant over. Let's have a quick look-see around. Now, as you'll see, I've got chests still laying everywhere. That's because I ran into a little problem. You see, I decided to put a wheat farm in here because one of the quests coming up is I'm going to need to harvest a whole metric ton of wheat. So I figured put a planter with wheat, planter with the oak trees. I'm going to use the jungle wood for charcoal that I'm going to be running. The vines are going to go into a dirt production, and spruce and birch for building. I personally like the birch, like the color of it, as you may have noticed by the birch floors everywhere. Here's the problem I'm running into right now. Basically, this is just pumping stuff into whatever barrel is open first, so I'm getting doubles and triples of stuff in barrels. That's just more or less simply a matter of time, patience, getting stuff moved around. But the sprinkler was generating grass, which was generating all your seeds and saplings and stuff. I now have 4 double chests full of seeds and saplings and like this, just chocked with seeds and saplings and random plants that came up from the grass, and I'm just going to have to deal with them. So that's progressing. I've run into another problem over here. As I mentioned before, this mob grinder is packed, literally packed with these wisps, as you can tell. And I mean, I come over here every now and then and I'll kill a few of them, but you know, they hide in the shaft. This shaft is right packed chockers full of them. Of course, it's also meaning I'm not getting any other mobs. Now, you'll see cows and sheep and pigs and goodness knows what else. They spawned on the grass. I put grass seed down on my tree farm there, and they spawned on that while I was trying to get everything up and running. Now, of course, I haven't had any real success with Enderman spawning. Usually I have Enderman coming out the wazoo by this point, and I haven't had any. So it means I can't build the vacuum hoppers that I need. And because the mob grinder is packed with wisps, I don't have any spider webs, which means I can't build my netting. Now I could do is shut the tree farm down, blast some of these leaves with silkworms and sit there and smash them all down with a crook and get webs that way. And yes, I have done that. I've made a couple of crooks out of bone, and I've worn them out, smashing leaves and getting silkworms just for the netting that I have there. It's tedious, time consuming, but that's part of the game. It's Skyfall. That's part of the fun. As you can see, I haven't done any additional, I haven't even finished taking down the original island yet. I haven't built any of the gardens that I normally have going off for passive mob spawns. None of that has been built yet. That's all going to come up. First I'm going to do is get this ME system stuff built, and probably most of it's going to end up getting dumped in a chest like always and never looked at again. Down here in the works I've got my lava generation and power up and running. These are my starting generators, a couple of survivalist generators, and a steam dynamo. Got another survivalist generator over there. I'm going to pull all this out and clean this mess up and put in some charcoal production. That's what the jungle trees are for, and these will be running with full power. I did find a way. I had asked a few people about ways to do this, and if you put a leadstone energy cell between hardened energy conduit and leadstone energy conduit, it will act as a capacitor or a junction box. However, for some reason I couldn't connect two leadstone energy conduits. I couldn't connect two of them on here. I had one going out the bottom and one going out the side, and it canceled one out the side, so just one out the bottom and tagged off it and went off that way. These are my planters. Now I do have room for a couple more planters in the middle with no upgrades, and I'll probably put those in later, and that'll clean up the garden a little bit. This is my ocean, which is producing my squid, which I have 2 barrels full of squid stacks going on now, which is kind of good. That's one survivalist generator powering that, and I really don't need much more. So there we have it, kids. That's where I'm at after a couple of 3 days of plunking away at this. And I'll talk to you all later, I guess.